Hello everyone, my name is Tamanna. Today I'm going to represent my group number 8. Today we are going to talk about IRCC. As you know very well, IRCC, we are going to compare how the organization operated before and after COVID 19. We will focus on the digital transformation, how employees adapted, and how leadership managed this major change. This presentation shows IRCC's evolution from a legacy paper-based system to a modern digital organization. Before COVID-19, almost all processes depend on physical paper document and face-to-face services. But when the pandemic hit, IRCC had to move rapidly to online to digital accessibility. But from an organization behavior perspective, it required a massive sudden adaptation from the employees. This slide explains solid evidence behind our analysis. We did not guess this information, we used three clear data pillars. First, we looked at strategic data, specifically the government's massive $1.6 billion digital platform modernization budget. Second, we tracked real operational metrics. Using the official 2022 and 2023 Auditor General report to see the actual processing backlogs. Third, we looked at human capital evidence from the PSAC union to understand the true workplace challenges and labor dispute. By combining the money, the file numbers in the union data, we get a completely balanced view of both organization performance and employee experience. Thank you. Now I will hand it to Hema.
Hi, my name is Hema Kapoor. So today I will explain how COVID-19 affected on IRCC individual behavior. Before COVID-19, many IRCC employees like working in structured environment, like they prefer clear rules, fixed routine and paper-based files. They knew exactly what was expected of them each day. When the pandemic started, IRCC had to move quickly to digital world. Employees had to learn new technology, work from home and solve problems on their own. It was a big challenge, especially for the people who were comfortable with the old way of working. Now, if we are talking about the after pandemic, employee had a stable work environment. After COVID-19, many employees faced technical problems such as VPN issues and system crashes while working from home. So this is the major problem for them. This problem caused frustration and made work more difficult. At the same time, working from home give employee more flexibility. People more enjoy spending time with their family, with their friends, having a better work-life balance. However, by 2022, IRCC was dealing with a large number of backlogs of the file. Employee had a lot of work, a lot of stretch, which leads to stress and burnout. This is the important because when employee feel motivated and supported, they can work fast, and obviously they will do some mistakes when processing visa application. I'll now hand over to Miss Zara, who will explain how employee work together as team during this period. Thank you so much.
Now I want to talk about teamwork and dynamic. I want to start with a question. Have you ever felt that you are out of loop or disconnected when you use only WhatsApp messages for your group project instead of in-person meeting? I think yes. And that feeling of disconnected is a real-world example of a lean communication channels. And that brings us directly into the IRCC. Before COVID, IRCC was relied on entirely to the face-to-face communication that we called it media richness theory. That rich communication allowed for fast problem solving or naturally mentoring new staff. But pandemic hits, everyone went home, so IRCC had to rely on lean communication channels like Microsoft Teams. And the result was immediate information silos. I mean, all of the information and knowledge trapped into one department. For example, regional offices didn't coordinate it together anymore, or mentoring new staff completely vanished. And when communication breaks down, conflict goes up. And then we look at the Tachman's model that you can see here. And we found that IRCC dropped down from a smoothing performing stage to a messy storming stage. And this is really a big problem because IRCC cannot fix a huge stock files when its team currently busy fighting together in a storming stage. They must back to the performing together to get job done. Thank you. Now I'm over to my teammate Amen.
I'm going to discuss about the changes of leadership policies of IRCC before and after the COVID. So there was two major timelines for this aspect. One was 2023, which was during the COVID. During that, 120,000 federal employees worked out over remote work parameters. So they started working from home. This was a historical event for the IRCC. And the other major timeline is 2026, where there was a structured return to office directives happened during that time. And the impact metric for the situation was active mandates are creating fresh grievances, critically lowering morale and bottlenecking processing speeds across the department. And now I'm going to discuss about the three different levels of leadership of IRCC. One is micro level, and it is based on the path goal theory. Most of it is directive work, where the supervisor focused on monitoring application and ensuring the security for all the people who are working. They also conducted the virtual check-ins for the employees. And on the other hand, the second level is meso level, which is lean communication and storming teams. The third level we have is the macro level. Under that, before COVID, it was emphasizing on policy implementation, and after COVID, the leadership act as strategic visionary by meaningful directive investment. Service delivery disruption was also there. So under this, the impact was all are essential for ensuring that technology investment are adopted by frontline employees to make sure the IRC is working fluently in efficiency to serve this country, Canada. Yeah, thank you.
I will now discuss our strategic action plan and conclude the presentation. Strategic action plan based on our findings, we recommended three key actions. First, at the individual level, IRCC should improve IT infrastructure and provide better support for employees to reduce daily operational challenges and workplace stress. Second, at the team level, department should encourage collaboration through coordinated office days and knowledge sharing platforms. This can improve communication and reduce information gaps between teams. Third, at the systemic level, management should work closely with employees and unions to address concerns related to return to office policies and build a more positive workplace culture. These actions can help improve employee satisfaction, teamwork, and overall organizational performance. To conclude, our analysis shows that organizational challenges cannot be solved by technology alone. Success depends on supporting employees, improving communication, and creating effective management strategies. By implementing these recommendations, IRCC can build a more productive, collaborative, and sustainable work environment. Thank you for watching our presentation. We hope our analysis has provided valuable insight into the challenges and opportunities facing IRCC. Have a great day.